The Panama Canal is one of the greatest engineering achievements in human history. It is a 50-mile waterway that connects the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. For centuries, people had dreamt of building a canal across Panama. The first known proposal for a Panama Canal was made in 1534 by Charles V, the Holy Roman Emperor and King of Spain. However, the technology of the time was not advanced enough to undertake such a project. Over the next 3 centuries, various other proposals were made for a Panama Canal. The idea of a Panama Canal was revived in the 19th century. The Industrial Revolution had led to a dramatic increase in global trade. In 1849, the United States and Great Britain signed the Clayton-Bulwer Treaty, pledging that neither country would build a canal across Panama without the other's consent. In 1881, a French company led by Ferdinand de Lesseps began work on a Panama Canal. De Lesseps had previously overseen the construction of the Suez Canal in Egypt. However, the Panama Canal proved to be a far more challenging project. The terrain in Panama was much more difficult than in Egypt, covered in dense jungle, and the climate was hot and humid. These conditions were ideal breeding grounds for mosquitoes, which carried deadly diseases such as yellow fever and malaria. Thousands of workers died from disease during the French construction effort. By 1889, the French company had run out of money and was forced to halt construction. In 1903, the United States signed the Hay-Herran Treaty with Colombia, of which Panama was a part. However, the Colombian government refused to ratify the treaty. The United States, eager to build the canal, supported a Panamanian revolution against Colombia. On November 3, 1903, Panama declared its independence from Colombia. The United States quickly recognized the new nation and sent warships to prevent Colombia from retaking Panama. With U.S. backing, Panama successfully seceded from Colombia. The newly independent Republic of Panama immediately granted the United States the rights to build a canal. The U.S. paid Panama $10 million up front and agreed to pay an annual rent of $250,000. The United States took over the French assets and began work on the canal in 1904. The American effort to build the Panama Canal was led by Colonel George Washington Goethals of the United States Army Corps of Engineers. Goethals was a brilliant engineer and administrator. He oversaw a massive construction effort that involved tens of thousands of workers from around the world. The Americans made significant progress in controlling the spread of yellow fever and malaria. Dr. William C. Gorgas, the project's chief sanitation officer, implemented a rigorous mosquito control program. This involved draining swamps, spraying insecticides, and quarantining infected individuals. As a result of Gorgas's efforts, the death rate from disease dropped dramatically. One of the biggest challenges the Americans faced was how to raise and lower ships over the continental divide. The engineers decided to use a system of locks. Locks are enclosed chambers with gates at each end. The Panama Canal has 3 sets of locks: the Gatun locks, the Pedro Miguel locks, and the Miraflores locks. The Gatun locks, located on the Atlantic side of the canal, are the largest and most impressive. The Panama Canal officially opened on August 15, 1940. It dramatically reduced the time and cost of shipping goods between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Prior to the canal's opening, ships had to sail around the southern tip of South America, a journey of up to 8,000 miles. The Panama Canal shortened this journey by thousands of miles. The Panama Canal was a major strategic asset for the United States during World War II. After the war, the Panama Canal continued to be a vital waterway for global trade. In recent decades, the Panama Canal has faced a number of challenges. One of the most pressing is the issue of climate change. Rising sea levels and more extreme weather events threaten the canal's infrastructure. The canal relies on a steady supply of fresh water from Gatun Lake to operate its locks. However, in recent years, the lake's water levels have dropped due to drought. Another challenge is the increasing size of ships. In 2016, the Panama Canal Authority completed a major expansion project, adding a new set of locks and widening and deepening existing channels. The Panama Canal is more than just a waterway. It is a symbol of human ingenuity, perseverance, and international cooperation. The canal's construction was a remarkable feat of engineering that required the collaboration of thousands of workers from around the world. Over the past century, the Panama Canal has played a vital role in facilitating global trade and connecting people from different cultures. The future of the Panama Canal is uncertain. However, one thing is for sure. The canal will continue to be a vital link in the global supply chain for many years to come.